All right, what's up? The Cybertruck driving me, love the Cybertruck. Tesla's amazing, by the way, huge fan. So today we're gonna talk about the short-term and the long-term list. So we've done the brain offload, and then we did the first section of organization, which is moving it to the hard drive. And now you still have a list, probably on the short term or maybe on a piece of paper, of all these other things that didn't apply or they just weren't meant for the hard drive. And so we're gonna start sorting that today. And the next place we wanna start moving things to is the long-term list. It could be goals, it could be habits, they could be projects, future to-dos, current to-dos, things that gotta get done now in the future, or you had an idea in the car and you thought, well, maybe one day I want to explore that. And so hopefully you got a lot of that type of stuff on this list. Scheduling a dentist or a doctor appointment that needs to be done this quarter, an idea for a project you want to work on now or in the future, a hobby you want to consider doing, a gift you need to send someone, a task you need to accomplish around the house, car, boat, plane, garden, backyard, etc., etc., etc. Any idea or thought about something that you need to do or want to do now or in the future. Hopefully that's what we already have on this list. And if you come up with things during this process that you don't have on the list, just go ahead and add them. So what we're gonna do now is, we've already moved a lot over to the hard drive, and you may come across things that you forgot to put on the hard drive, or actually now that you think about should go on the hard drive. But we're gonna ask a question about the remaining items on the list, and that is this something that needs to be done in the next 90 days, this quarter? And if the answer is no, we're gonna move it from here to the long-term list. Or you may decide it's just not something you want to do at all and you're going to get rid of it. Or it goes to the hard drive, or maybe it's a value, or maybe it's a goal and you'll update that. But is it something that needs to get done in the next 90 days? Go through each item, ask yourself that question. Also to do while you're doing this is go and review your values and your goals and ask yourself, what do I need to accomplish in the next 90 days to achieve my 1-year goals? What do I need to do in the next 90 days, or what could I do in the next 90 days to achieve or live out my values better or achieve my goals? And throw that on the short-term list, right? And then you're still asking yourself the question from there, is this something that needs to be done in the next 90 days? Is it priority for the next 90 days? When you do this, so you've looked at your values, you've looked at your goals, you've already done the brain offload, you now have a really clear picture of all the potential things that you could do in the next 90 days. So now you've asked yourself the question about everything in the short-term list, and you moved it to the respective bucket. It's either a goal, a value, it's on the hard drive, you deleted it because it's not something you actually ever want to do, or you moved it to the long-term list because it's something you want to do this year, but not something that needs to be done in the next 90 days. And so what you're left with, hopefully, is a short-term list of all the things that you could do in the next 90 days. And so when we take a step back, what do we have? Well, we have a really good set of core values. We have a vision for the future we believe in and desire, a clear picture of our 1-year goals that will help us achieve that vision, and a storage system for information, the hard drive. So what are we left with? A really great list of to-dos and goals that need to be accomplished this year, which have been assorted into the long-term, and you still have the short-term list. Long-term, again, is something want to get done this year, but not this quarter. Short-term is things that need to get done this quarter. That's how you're going to think about it. Okay, so where do we go from here? What will the next video be on? Well, now we're almost done. We're going to pay attention to our short-term list, and we're going to start fleshing out the weekly review page. And the first thing we want to do is create our quarterly goals, our quarterly high levels. And these are to-dos and projects that are something that's going to take more than 1 week to do, and they're like the most important high-level things, goals that if accomplished, and to-dos that if accomplished would really take you towards those 1-year goals. And in 90 days, if you accomplish those things, man, you would really have a lot of progress towards achieving your 1-year goals. But they're generally not something that you can get done this week because they just may take more time than that. Not always the case, but most of the time the case. That's what the next video is going to be on. We're going to really help you think through that. And from there, we're going to finish the weekly review list, which allows your brain to trust the systems that you've created and not have to be constantly remembering these things, because your brain knows every week I'm going to review the hard drive. Every week I'm going to look at my short-term list. Every week I'm going to make new to-dos. Your brain will be able to trust that all these places of information that you've set up that it will review it every week and it will reprioritize, and so you don't have to worry about it, right? You didn't prioritize it last week. You trust your previous self that he did the right thing, and your future self, there's only a 7-day gap between you kind of reviewing everything in the buckets that you need to review. And then finally, we create your daily dashboard. So the things that you're going to do every day that help you achieve your weekly goals and your quarterly goals and your 1-year goals and all that stuff. And you're going to have a fully fleshed out system that could, if it works for you, really help you stay very organized, really helps with discipline by breaking down tough tasks into really manageable kind of daily things to do.